Good day. Welcome to Larock's Cooking Adventures. I'm your host, Larock, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make a crispy fried pork chop. Alright? These little chops there, they're 6-ounce end cut chops. Before we get started, I'd like to give a couple shout outs. Shout outs to Miso, my Egyptian shorty. Shout out to Father God, of course, for making all things possible and continuously blessing me, my life, my kids, my wife, my family, my friends, my Facebook page, my Instagram page, my YouTube page, my IG, everything. Thank you, Lord Father. Without you, nothing is possible. And I would also like to shout you guys out. I want to say thank you all for watching my videos. I'd like to say thank you for spending the time with me. I'd like to say thank you for your feedback. And heart, swag, love, booster shots sent to you all from Larock. Mwah. Let's go ahead and get into these pork chops. Now, pay close attention because these pork chops right here, they popping. So, let's get it in, okay? 1, 2, 3, go. 3, go. Remix. Now, what you're going to need to make Larock's crispy pork chops is some milk, some seasoned oil, a little oregano leaves, some garlic, granulated garlic, some Montreal steak season, a little bit of hot sauce, and some apple cider vinegar. I use the one with Mother's, and I pretty much only use that to cook with it, anything almost. And of course, some flour. Forget the name brand, just get some regular old flour. Okay? Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. This is the key ingredient here. Eggs. Okay? We need eggs for this recipe. We're going to use an egg white, actually. So, let me move this stuff out of the way. And behind me, I have a saute pan with about 2 cups of oil in it. Regular old vegetable oil. But, as I always say, do things how you like. I just give you a guideline on how to do it. So, I'm going to put in this big bowl here the flour. I'm going to open up this flour. Okay. Can't find the scissors. The Vinces. So, I'm just going to cut it and then get fussed at later. Okay. So, bam. I cut it. I made a mess. I'll get fussed at later. It's all good. The circle of life continues. So, we're going to use probably like, let's call that 1 cup. Let's call that 2 cups, let's call that 3 cups of flour there, okay? And I like to put the actual spices into the flour. So we're gonna call that a tablespoon of garlic. No, I'm not measuring this stuff. Chefs pretty much don't use measurements. I'm gonna call that 2 teaspoons. That's of the Montreal steak season. I'm gonna call this a tablespoon right there. That's the seasoned oil. And the oregano leaves. That's 2 teaspoons. That's a tablespoon. That's enough. Okay. So, just going to mix this up just to get it in the flour. These are the spices we're going to actually use to season the pork chop with itself. So I just want to add a little bit of that to this flour. And I'm also going to add some more spices to the wet mix. The wet mix is what's going to seal the flour on to the actual chop itself. So, boom. We got that looking right and pretty. We're just going to get rid of this. Now we're going to make a homemade version of a buttermilk with some Scott's secret ingredients. Okay, we're going to take 1 egg. But here's the trick, guys. We're not going to use this whole egg. We're only going to use the whites out the egg. We only want the egg white. We're going to use 1. And then I'm going to get rid of this. Okay? Because I don't need it. Okay, so we have the 1 egg white in there. We're going to use, like, well, let's call it about a cup of milk. Just regular old milk. Okay, boom. It's more like 2 cups. Okay. Then the hot sauce is going to go in next. And we're going to call that 2 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons. Hot sauce. And 2 tablespoons of vinegar. Bam. Okay. Now when you add the vinegar with the milk, it kind of makes its own buttermilk. It's essentially what buttermilk is. Okay, so boom. See how that's looking? Like that? Can you guys see it? In the kitchen with something like a stir fry. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and use one more egg white, because I want to make sure that that crispiness comes through. And this right here is the real secret and the real trick to frying something nice and crispy. I don't like to use the whole egg because the yolk will make it all eggy. I don't want to make it eggy and yolky. So boom, added that second egg white. Okay, let's get that stirred up nice and pretty. Let's add some of this oregano, just a little bit. Okay, remember I said we're going to re-season the stuff. We're going to add more season, a little bit of season oil. Boom. No, I didn't measure this stuff. No, I don't use measurements. Watch this video a couple times so you don't miss anything. Boom. More garlic. Oh man, I love the smell of garlic. Maybe I should do a video on roasting garlic so you guys can make a garlic paste. Good for you. And then some more Montreal steak season. Boom. So, in this quote-unquote buttermilk, homemade buttermilk batter, we have the spices, all those same 1, 2, 3, 4 spices. We have the apple cider vinegar. We have the hot sauce. We have the milk. And we have the egg whites. Okay? Okay. Huh? Check it out. And for the heck of it, I'm going to add one more egg white. Now, you guys don't need to do that, but that's how Larock gets down. I want to make sure it comes out nice and hot for you guys, okay? Now, at the end, if I'm happy with this product, then maybe you might want to do it how I did it. But typically, I don't use this much of these ingredients at all. You can smell the vinegar. So that's when you know you're doing it right. Okay, so boom. Let's get rid of this, move it out the way. So what you're going to want to do next is go ahead and season your chops. So we have 4 pieces. I actually think I have 8, but I just put the other 4 into the freezer because I don't need them. And nobody's here to eat this. So we're just going to let it do what it do. Okay. Let's take a look. Okay. So 1 chop. I'm going to rinse these off in a second. But these are fresh. They were cut this morning. Actually. Off the little piggy. I don't know how the heck a pig sounds. I ain't a country boy. Something like that. I don't know. I know what they taste like though. That's for sure. Okay. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're pretty thin. I did ask for 6 ounce, but I should have got it a little thicker. But it's okay. It's all good. Just gonna wash these off. Wash the little bit of blood that's on them off. Okay. Okay. I'll do it like that. Then I'm gonna come back to you guys. And it's okay, I'm gonna leave them wet instead of damping them off. Yeah, I don't usually get these chops this small. Look, it's paper thin. I usually get them like double this. At least 10 ounces. Because these just look like they're ready to fall straight apart. They like shaved them. Okay, so I'm going to hit them with those same seasons again. One more good time. Not so heavy. because it's already in the flour and it's in the buttermilk. So we're just gonna hit them lightly. Uh-oh, that phone is supposed to be off. Filipino phone is hot while my American phone is recording. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Then you're gonna flip them over and season the other side. After the seasoning process, we're gonna go ahead and flour them. Then we're gonna dip them into the buttermilk mixture. Then we're gonna put them back in the flour, and from that second flouring, straight into the pan. As I said, I have the oven on, and I also have the saute pan with the oil heating up already. See, I don't have no production crew. I don't even have a crew. Forget about production. I do all this by myself, so you guys got to work with me for a little bit. So hopefully these dudes will start paying me one day, and then I can get some real equipment and some real editing situations going on and some real camera crew. That would be nice. So come on, YouTube, kick in. I need them subscriptions to get up there. I need you guys to make sure y'all hitting the like on these videos so Scott can get out there. Been doing this cooking thing for a long time, and it has yet to really pay off for me. But at the same time, I never really pushed it either. I did a little something with Bakes and Stuff. Bakes and Stuff was a trial, and we're gonna bring Bakes and Stuff back to life. You guys, by the way, check out my Bakes and Stuff on Facebook, BAKESNSTUFF. That's Bakes and Stuff. And on IG, it's Bakes, BAKES .N.Stuff. Bakes and Stuff. Shout out to Bakes and Stuff. Like that. I don't know if that's upside down for you guys, so I'm going to switch it this way so you can also see it. This was a present given to me from my mom when we opened up Bakes and Stuff. Much love, Mama. Shout out to Mama Larock. Oi. So, boom. Okay, now we got our chops nice and seasoned. We're just going to put it in here like this and get them floured up. Now, a technique you want to use when you're flouring and then going into a wet mixture is use one hand dry, the other hand wet. So this will be the wet hand, this will be the dry hand. You don't want to mix them up because if you put the wet on your dry, then you're just going to have big gumped up hands. So go with the wet because the meat is wet. Then hit it with the dry, the flour. Even this flour mixture smells good. You need to sell this stuff. Larock need to get to selling some food. So all you sponsors out there, come talk to me. Especially you guys who make watches. I know that don't have nothing to do with food, but I'll promote you. Come through. Come to my dinner table, sit down and talk to me. Show me a paycheck. I'll plug you in every video. Shout out to my man Damon. Shout out to Buckshot. Alright, so we got these nice and coated one good time. And it smells so good, just the flour alone, my gosh. Okay, hope you guys can see that. Like that, like that. Like that. Shout out to all the rideshare clients I had over this weekend. You guys rock too. You really lift my spirits when I'm running you around town. Have great conversations with you guys. I really appreciate you. Shout out to my sponsors. Shout out to my Europeans. Europe, I'm coming to see you soon, baby. Finland, Poland, Denmark. I'll be there soon. Shout out to my Pinoy community. Shout out to my Africans. Africa is on my list. Shout out to my homie in Puerto Rico. Shout out to my homie Milan in Panama. Shout out to Chef Marjorie. All over the map. doing her thing as usual all the time. Okay, so boom. Now that I've talked you to death, I'm going to take these chops and just go ahead and put them right in there. Right in there. Okay. Nice and wet. Wet, wet. Got that wet, wet. Mmm. Right in there. Like that. Like that. Like that, daddy. Like that, Larocky. And this one again. Okay. Looking good. Looking like this the type of chop right here that'll get you a date, and a second date, and a third date, and a wedding ring. So all y'all people, I'm gonna need y'all to step y'all game up, huh? So we're gonna take it from this mixture and put it back into the dry. Now, I would not recommend putting something wet into the dry, but oh so many times, like once before you turn that flour over and have to make a new flour, because what's going to happen is the flour itself is going to gunk up once it gets all this wet stuff in it, like it's going to do now. So we're just going to drain it up a little bit. I'm just going to throw it in there like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. Larock, these pork chops about to be popping. I sure wish you guys could do a taste test. So not only you see how to do it, you taste it like, oh my God, this dude can cook. Yeah, this dude can cook. Okay. That's numero uno. Like I speak Spanish. And number two. Oh yeah, shout out to my Latino community. Especially one homeboy, Alex, I met today. What's up, Alex? Shout outs to you in Honduras. Shout outs and love to you, homie. I hope we had a chance to inspire one another. I'm pretty sure I inspired you a little bit the way I had you excited, and you most certainly inspired me just off that conversation we had, little homie. So you stay up, little dude. Keep in contact with me. Hit me up sometime. Big brother style, you know what I mean? Like I told you in the car, you know, I look out for people. I take care of people. That's just what I do. There's not a payout for that. That's just what I do. Just try to help anybody, everybody. If I can do it, I can do it. It don't take nothing to have a conversation. It don't take nothing to share that Heart Swag Love Booster. That's why I give you people Heart Swag Love Booster shots all the time. And I have been doing that for years. And I have been saying that for years. Heart Swag Booster ain't new. It might be new to you, but it ain't new to me. Okay? I'm going to give this love. I'm going to give this love, and I'm going to receive that love. So you good peoples out there, kill your hate. Kill your hate, spread your love, is the quote I say. Okay? We got this. Now, back to these chops. They looking good, y'all. Now I'm going to show you something. See how they look like flaky a little bit? That looks like flaky. Okay, that's where it's going to be the crispy situation. Okay, so we're going to get rid of this. We're done with that. Remember that. One dry, one wet. You see? Now this is what happens when you mix the dry and the wet together. Look at the hand. Look at that. Gumped up. No bueno. So I got these nice and floured, looking pretty, smelling good. Ooh wee, baby. Ooh wee. Well, I can't wait to eat these. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and drop these into that hot oil I got popping behind me. Okay. The stove is, oh my God, it is not hot. The stove is on 2. Larock, stab yourself with a knife. Okay. Okay, guys. We're going to take a second to let the oil heat up. This guy, somebody just fired me. For real, bait it. Alright. So we're going to get these into the pot, into the pan. You guys are not gonna believe what I just did. I just completely dropped my cellular phone in this oil 2 seconds ago, and I cannot believe that this phone is still working. So let's chop number 1, chop number 2, and I don't think a third one is gonna fit in there. Oh, this little one might make it. And let's chop number 3. Okay. So we're just gonna let this fry up for about 5-6 minutes and then flip it. Set a timer for 5 minutes to see what happens. There we go. So I only have this one left. So I'm gonna just let that do what it do. And remember, I had the temperature set on 2. Well, I've turned it up to, it's in 7.5 right now. It's in between the 7 and the 8, really more like 7 1/4. So we're gonna let that do what it do for 5 minutes, and then we'll flip her. Okay, so that 5 minutes is up. Take a look, flip them. Fire it on the set phone. Okay, so we'll set it for another 5 minutes. Timer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 minutes. And then we'll put it in the oven for a few minutes just to finish it off. Temperature's still at 7 1/4, something like that. Okay, now that 5 minutes is up. Take a look. Looks good. Okay, crispy pork chops, huh? So we'll just take them and put them in the oven for about 7 minutes. Snap, I got one more actually. So let me add a little bit more oil here. Turn off this timer. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the oven while this other one gets to frying. So let's take and drop these, pop, lock, and drop it. Okay, I have it on the baker's rack, as you can see, because I don't want it to stick to the pan and all the oil to fall beneath of it and just oil it up. I want that oil to drain out of there, crisp up a little more. Okay, let's set that timer for 10 minutes for that. Then in 5 minutes, I'll put the last chop in this oil. This last one here in there. If you guys can see how the flour got gumped up, it won't be nice and sifted the way it was when we first started. See these balls? See, this is why you don't want to reuse flour that got battered, because you'll have all these little balls, all these little caked up things, and you don't want that. You want that crisp, clean, well sifted, well pure flour on your product, not this regurgitated, used up, abused up flour. But then again, guys, I'm a fancy type dude when it comes to food, so I don't want, you guys could use it again, that's on you, but I don't want those extra lumps and balls and extra stuff that comes with that. That's like this oil. I really, if this was like being professionally sold or what have you, I would get rid of this, because I don't want all this stuff that's in there to get caked onto the new chop. I want all the chops looking like they all was just fresh done by themselves without anything. Seems like that new oil got hot enough. We're gonna see. See, all that stuff on the bottom of the pan is gonna stick to this chop. So this is gonna be the little black sheep chop. This gonna do what it do. We gonna make it We gonna make it. Okay, guys, that timer is going off, so these chops are ready. Let's pull them out. Turn it off. Turn the oven off. Ooh. Okay. What do it look like? Look pretty good, yeah? Okay. Turn the oven off. And I have some macaroni that was in the refrigerator that I'll just use for the plating and the presentation of this here chop. But this isn't about that there macaroni. This is about these nice and crispy chops. Like that. Like that. Okay. Here's another look. See the texture? Like that. Okay. Now I gotta say this is part 2 to that video because, like I said earlier, I actually dropped this phone in the fryer, in the hot oil, and I am so super surprised that it is still working. Told you earlier, God is good. Thank you for my blessings, because that is a major blessing. After I went through all of that, I dropped the phone in the frying pan, and the phone is still working. Let's take a look. Okay. Yeah. How's that look? Look nice and crispy. See that? Can you hear that? No. I'm gonna see what it tastes like. So felina, blow. Super good. Now, I'm going to let this cool down. Then I'm going to tear it up. Okay? I'm just going to tear it up. No production. Take my own pictures. So, guys, I'd like to take this time to say thank you for watching this program. Make sure you check out part 1 and part 2, and you watch them a couple times so you don't miss anything. Again, I said before in the past that watching my videos, you will miss something the first time around. So you want to check it a few times, make sure you saw everything you needed to see, make sure you heard everything you needed to hear, and make sure I was on point with what I'm doing. You guys have any comments or questions, please drop them below. I will try to put some links to some of these tools and equipments that I have in all of my videos, but I don't have the time to do all of that between the 4 or 5 jobs, the kids, the wife, the everyday hustle and bustle. I really don't have a lot of time to do a lot of things, but I try to keep popping and keep things going. If you like these videos and any of the other videos I've created, please like them, share them, subscribe to this channel if this is your first time watching me, or if you watched me before, just show me some love, show me some support. I need your subscriptions. I need your help. And getting back to that phone situation that dropped into the frying pan, let's see, that pan right there, this is why I need some sponsorships, you know, because I don't have any equipment. I don't have a tripod to hold the phone. It just fell right inside the fryer. I'm looking for those endorsements. I'm looking for the sponsorships. I'm looking for the donations. I will figure out how to get a link up there. In the meantime, you guys take care. Heart, swag, love, booster shots to you all. Larock signing out. Again, much love to you, and thank you for supporting me, and thank you for tuning into this channel. Larockscooking Adventures all day long. Mwah! Ciao!